inspiration today is all or nothing, meaning that all of you guys get inspiration or none of you do.
None.
After I'm done explaining this, I'm gonna deafen myself for like 2 minutes. And you can discuss amongst yourselves what the answer is today. I'll tell you this. I'll give you a couple hints. There's only one correct answer. And the other hint is that it's far from impossible to figure out what the actual answer is for today's inspiration.
So you're just saying it's possible?
What? Yeah, are you saying it's possible? That was a double negative.
I'm saying it's very possible for those of you who are astute enough. So after the 2 minutes are up, I'm gonna undeafen myself. You guys are gonna tell me one person who's going to give me the right answer.
Nosies.
I mean, you guys can figure it out. Okay.
This is gonna be
That's
hard,
all the
I can
information
tell.
that you need to figure. It's actually it should be surprisingly way easier than you think.
Then why are you making it?
That's also kind of a hint. All right, I'm gonna deafen myself. You guys have actually. I need
Wait,
to pull
what's
up
the
my-
question?
There is no question.
That's part of the riddle.
Oh.
Oh.
That should also be hint enough to help.
Wait, what?
Wait, I'm confused.
I'm so.
All right,
confused, bro.
let me-
I think Fogel is the main character.
Think of it like this.
if I'm
Since
being
I didn't
honest.
ask a question, I guess we can't call it necessarily an answer. There's like a key word or key phrase that somebody, one of you guys, is going to need to tell me once the 2 minutes is up. If it's the correct keyword or key phrase, everybody gets inspiration.
What the fuck is
If it's
this?
not the correct keyword or key
Okay,
phrase,
I'm just making sure I understood you correctly. So
if
you're
it's
not
not
saying
the correct
anything.
keyword,
Oh,
I'm
my
not
lord.
saying anything other than it's
It
a
is
hint in and of itself that there's no question, meaning there should be some other like context clues.
Yeah, okay.
Somewhere for you guys to figure out the keyword or key phrase.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna
I've been awake
put
for
my
30 seconds, guy.
Keyword or key phrase.
All right, that's it though. So when I undeafen myself in 2 minutes, then somebody's gonna need to step up and tell me the right keyword or key phrase.
Okay. Right.
Good luck.
Do you think it's just Jose coming in with a, oh fuck, yeah?
Yeah.
I have no idea what this could be, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about we also just boycott and we all leave? Right as he can't undeafen himself.
It's not a win or a lose condition.
I'm looking through my Notion and I don't see anything. This is Cerulean Garden.
This is too abstract for me right now.
Yeah, that was an
We can't come up
abstract
with an
opening.
answer. Let's do the Jose thing.
Raid
You said it
Shadow
should be
Legends.
simple.
Raid Shadow Legends, dude. Cerulean Garden.
I guess what do we think it's concerning? Do we think it's like
I
last
feel like there's
session?
something something unspoken or something that.
Do we feel like there's a hint that he
Well,
dropped?
he's. I don't know. I think it has to do something with him not hearing or something that our characters don't know or experience that is similar to that sort of stepping out of the picture. Like whether it's, for example, we got caught in a silence bubble or something, like some equivalent of that. I can't think of any past session that
Keyword or
we
phrase.
encountered. Yeah.
Blindness, deafness. I don't fucking know, dude.
It's not a bad
But
guess.
that's, yeah,
actually.
that's a phrase though. Do you think it's a phrase one of our
He said
characters
it's he said keyword or key phrase.
I feel like it's something that's like he said it's fairly easy. It must be something that's said like often, like maybe every session.
Put a timer on his screen so we
Like,
can
I don't
see
want to
it.
overthink it, but like, so it must not be. It can't be too abstract. You wouldn't.
Yeah, it can't be too abstract, but I don't know what it could be.
Okay, time is
Oh
up.
shit.
It's been
Jose,
2 minutes
go.
already.
It has been 2 minutes. Just
Yeah, I don't
because
think we
I'm
got it.
curious if anybody can figure it out, I'll give you one more hint and then only 30 seconds.
Okay.
I have been waiting a very long time to be able to do this one. Alright, your 30 seconds begins now.
Oh,
Fuck
is
yeah.
it session
Is it the one-
69 or some shit?
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably a session related thing. What number session is it? Because if he, Tyler, you might be onto something. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it
not
might
the
be-
100
He's muted and
session.
deafened,
might-
so he can't even hear us.
it
he
might
can't
be
react.
69. It might be.
All right, we'll go with that. I think we should go with that. I have nothing.
But
know,
I feel
that's-
like
I
I
don't-
feel like we're a little shy at 69 though. I don't know.
So I feel like it hasn't been that many
I
sessions.
feel like we're in the 50s.
Alright, your 30 seconds are up. Does anybody want to take the chance at the keyword or key phrase for today's session?
No.
Tyler, you want to go for it?
Okay. This is my shot in the dark. I'm gonna say the phrase you're looking for is nice.
That
Because of
is
69.
correct!
Let's go!
You got inspiration! It
Let's
is the
fucking go!
69th session today!
Wow.
Good job,
Let's
Tyler!
Fucking go! Let's fucking go!
That's
What was
amazing.
the
way.
what was
So
the phrase,
fucking-
Tyler? You said you cut out.
I said
You said
nice.
That's so funny.
Wow. That's
So
insane.
everyone gets their
I would
inspiration
have
for
not got
Let's
that.
fucking go!
Nice
That's
session.
Let's
so
fucking
funny.
go!
game.
I have no
That's
idea
like
how
a
you
long
expect us to
game.
get that without the third hint.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
impossible without the third hint.
Well, yeah,
Without
I thought I'd be fair coming back, cause
Without the third hint, we're like that. You could be talking about quite literally anything.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was good. I like that. I enjoyed that.
Let's go.
good job, Tyler.
Let's go.
Taking the risk and the risk paying off.
Nice.
I guess
Hell
we'll after everyone's gotten their inspiration, I
Risk
think
of
we'll
rain.
just
Risk of
we'll
Ryan's rain.
hop right back
Risk
in.
of Ryan's rain.
All right. Let's see.
It's a long game.
Pulling this boy up.
Nice.
Nice.
And we're
amazing.
back in the ruins. This
Oh yeah, this is spooky.
ancient dungeon beneath the Hanged Keep.
Oh.
At the end of last session, we found ourselves in this sarcophagus room here. There was an inscription on the sarcophagus, and also within the room was this orb, this crystal ball in some sort of receptacle, interacting with these weird skull-shaped apparatuses attached to this crystal ball. Derek was able to kind of see things from a bird's eye view, or I guess everyone could. Derek was the one who interacted with it, but if anybody were to look into the crystal ball, they could see this. The first two buttons that Derek had pressed, it kind of just showed a glimpse into the room that you all are currently in. Think of it as kind of like a CCTV camera, just kind of like panning back and forth. But although two of them showed the same image, the third image was that of a curled up in an almost fetal position Melusine Demir, who up to this point shortly after the first meeting of the Demir Moot was missing. And for some reason, this receptacle is giving you vision.
Oh, that's right. I missed the last session, right? The hell happened?
You may have, yes. Yeah, I think you did.
What? Oh, because my parents did the thing. What happened last session? Crystal ball.
Everybody ended up taking a like pseudo long rest.
No, I was there for the modified long rest, and then like.
Oh yeah, so maybe you hopped out at the end. It was at the very end of the session with the crystal ball.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
Like that was literally the last scene. So let's resume. Everybody is currently in this room still. There's still more of this dungeon to explore or find your ways through. Somewhere there has to be some better exit than, or at least a way to lift the kind of like it's like a grate, so kind of like a sluice gate in the river, so that you could further travel down this underground river and get out of here.
Were we trying to open the sarcophagus still, or no?
I don't know. It's very spooky. It also had the.
Well, wait. In the vision with Melusine, is she in a small area or no? Like, is it coffin size potentially?
Wait, is this the room after like the hallway that attacked you if you touched it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I remember now.
Which you guys all very like cleanly made it through, which was nice.
Barely.
Oh, and it didn't react to Roxana, right?
Yeah.
Didn't react to Roxana, did not react to Galethe either.
Okay.
Wait. My question still stands though. What's the image of Melusine? Is she in like a sarcophagus like room?
Oh,
or,
okay,
like,
yeah. So
or-
the vision, because in the room that you're currently in, like the sight that you saw, like this kind of bird's eye view, was really only a small area surrounding Roxana, of all people. You could kind of sense that Roxana was at the center of this field of vision, this sphere of vision. And
the one with Melusine?
yeah, around Melusine, you see the like a stone floor, not too dissimilar from like the partially deteriorated cold stone floor that you currently find yourself on. And you see a lit brazier, what appears to be some sort of like torture rack.
Oh, so not in the sarcophagus. Okay.
Not in a sarcophagus, so you can still see things around her, and you would also see a large, like hulking creature nearby that seems to just be standing in a sort of idle position.
Okay.
You would recognize this as an Oni, one of two that you encountered a very long time ago, when you were trying to extract
In the field?
Yeah, when you're trying to
invisible, terrifying things.
Yeah, so is this when we met the frog thing?
Yeah.
That's
when you guys were trying to escape with Roxana's Roxana's like incapacitated body after she had gotten poisoned.
Big glove, my man.
Artiver and her sister, or his
Came to
sister,
rescue.
Agvile, came to the rescue.
Okay, so I don't think we have to open the sarcophagus. Do we want to try to open the sarcophagus?
Well, the thing is, it's the name of what is it, Zalad on the side? Is that what we established last time?
Oh, yes.
That-
Something spooky about that.
That is very spooky. Yeah, he's the immortal
let's-
emperor of the vampires.
Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, moving
Why
on.
don't we leave it
Let's go
alone?
try.
But
Let's go try to find Melusine.
so, do we assume right now that this is showing us 3 different views of this same dungeon? Is that what we assume is happening?
well, two of the views are the same.
Oh, like
One of the views is different. The 2 of them are like exactly this panoramic view around you, Roxana.
oh, okay.
And one of them is around Melusine.
Oh, that's interesting.
can
Do
make-
I look different in either
Maybe.
of the 2 of myself, like the first and the
Make-
second?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
This is gonna be like a pretty high DC, I would say.
All right, I'm gonna use my inspiration for it then.
20 was the DC that I set
Oh,
in
nice.
my head.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So, really scrutinizing this image, or these 2 images, going back and forth between them, you do sense the slightest, almost imperceptible change in perspective between the 2. So it occurs to you that perhaps these images aren't centered on you, but on things that are on your person.
Huh?
Like, oh, so they're from my perspective, as
So-
opposed to showing me like in third person.
It is in like third person, so it's kind of like a scrying, if you kind of know how that spell works.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you do notice that like the center, so like the range, or like the area around you for each of these images that like the scry can even see, is a very small distance, like 10 or 15 feet. But you can tell that like that center of the image that determines those bounds is very
Oh.
slightly different between the 2.
I see what was happening here. Someone in here was scrying on 2 objects that I possess, so they're probably spying on us, and they're probably spying on Melusine as well.
Correct.
Okay, that's fascinating. I'm gonna take out the Tome of Sworn Enemies and move it around and see if the perspective shifts.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I knew that was one. I'm gonna guess.
Who
on
gave
the-
you that one?
That is my father's book, so that one I knew.
Okay.
You actually inherited that book from your father.
Yeah,
The first meeting of the mood.
and I'm gonna try first the standard of slaughter and see if the perspective shifts too.
That also shifts the perspective.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So
God,
the-
how
The
is
standard
it?
of slaughter was the item that Saris inherited from Venali Demir.
okay, yeah. So that's very spooky because he probably knows most of what we were getting up to this entire time.
And if you recall, there was one more item that was given out. Venali's own thin blade, Levrez.
Oh,
And that was given to
Melusine.
Melusine.
Damn, I should have got a lead-lined box.
That would have actually been super useful.
That's cool. Okay, and it looks like similar architecture where she is as this dungeon.
Yeah, it seems to be old, ancient even. That even though this place that you're currently in doesn't really bear much resistance from the elements, just over time, so long it has eroded, perhaps by some natural processes that take thousands upon thousands of years to occur. So yeah, she seems to be in an ancient place, although similar to the room that you're currently in, also showing signs of recent occupation with this brazier in the room next to her. And also you get this like faint blue glow at like the edge, one of the edges of this image that you're scrying from. But again, she's in this fetal position with her kind of hugging her own knees and just like very slightly rocking back and forth, and her head's down. She does not seem to be in the best shape.
Okay. I think the last thing I'll do is I'll just try to ascertain if like this sarcophagus has the word Zalad on it, but does it seem to me like Zalad would be in here? Like, does it seem to me like this is maybe someone who's associated with him? Like, I kind of want to ascertain that.
Yeah, even before going in, or actually, you don't even need to really make a history check. You know that, or at least it should be that Zalad's seat is in Rosto-Hur.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense for him to be here. Perhaps this was a place that was intended for Zalad, or may have housed him some time ago, if you were to work off of the idea that Zalad is also some great ancient powerful vampire. There's one piece of vampiric lore that is fairly well established, is that vampires find a large degree of comfort in sleeping in coffins and tombs and sarcophagi, perhaps due to their undead nature. They feel as if it's their home.
Does this seem even more ancient than a Drakthir's tomb that we found? Or I should say, like, the observatory, like all that?
That would require a history check.
Okay, yeah, because I'm wondering if this is
determine.
from, like, when Zalad first, like, came here. I'll give it a shot. My history's not great. Yeah, no, not good.
It's hard to tell. Both places are very ancient, and what even makes that fact harder to determine is that the observatory had like this preserving spell over it that always made it like prestidigitated and like immaculate.
Okay. So I'll sort of like lean back from looking at these different perspectives and say, someone was spying on us. Perhaps for a long time.
So do we want to get rid of those items then? How important are they? Or can we just leave them behind?
They're very important.
They're very important. But
They're very powerful items.
we could just attempt to destroy this, but I also kind of want to use it to find Melusine first.
That's fair. But the scrying is in each individual item, right?
Yeah, it's for
Time
each,
to go
for
buy
each
that
item.
lead line bots.
Yeah, we could do that too. Or we could just destroy it once we find Melusine.
Well, yeah,
like, come back.
as Derek interacted with like this receptacle, each of like the 3 skull-shaped things attached to it, those are the controls to switch to those perspectives.
What level spell is scrying?
Scrying's like what, like a 6th level spell or something?
Holy shit.
It's like 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah.
So pretty high.
I have Dispel Magic, but
5th level.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
but I only have 2 3rd level spell slots, and then
Is it
one
a
5th level
spell?
spell slot.
Or is it attached to the item?
You have to cast Scrying on an item.
Oh, okay. I know how that worked.
But it looks like these could be the only terminals. Like, it could be that the person who's watching us was basically just posted up in here, and so they're not here anymore. So maybe that we don't have to worry about them looking at us in the current moment. Do we want to just continue exploring and see what else is in this area?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right.
Okay.
Since Melusine was in an area similar to this flooring, I'm gonna say we go this way instead, because this
Yeah.
way looks a little bit more bony or whatever we want to call that texture.
Unnatural.
Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe there's like puppies and stuff in there for you guys.
hope.
You never know.
Yeah, eldritch,
Nothing
demonic puppies.
ventured. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Famous last words.
Okay. So I think, how much AC do I have? I don't have the highest AC. I will start walking down.
It's a hallway.
It is a hallway. Yeah. Yeah. It's a staircase. So, I say we start going down this way, and I guess
Oh.
me and Roxana are already going.
Oh,
I'll
long
move the final
hallway.
people. Oh, I don't like this. That's
This is a huge dungeon.
What are you seeing down there?
Okay. I'll stop you guys there for a second
There's a pit trap
And-
over here. It looks
Yeah.
like.
and describe what you
BDSM
see.
dungeon.
Oh, Jesus.
You see, you go down this staircase at
Bro,
the end
punji pit?
of the
Yeah.
of the crystal ballroom, and you see, upon reaching the landing, another long hallway. There are these kind of like these hanging lanterns along the wall lighting this place, and you can see a couple of different alcoves or other hallways that branch off from this one of which they're all on the left side. One, the closest one, as Ryan pointed out, there's an obvious set of there's no floor. Even from this far away, you can see that there's no floor. There's kind of like this recession, and these rotted wooden stakes are pointing out from it. There's another alcove a little further up, which you can't really see anything other than the walls that line this place, and then another third branching. However, you can see that this hallway at the very end, it ends abruptly some short space after what you'd see on this map, and there's just a door not too dissimilar from the large metal doors that you've seen in this dungeon so far.
Does anyone have a high enough investigation to potentially look for traps? Maybe I feel like there's some swinging log
yeah, I have
ready to
+8.
smack
Oh,
us
that's
into
really
this
good.
this
Yeah, that's pretty
pit over
good.
here.
At +8.
Yeah, so if Astra wants to, Jose, I'll let you kind of lead the way, and you can inch your token down the hallway.
Okay.
I'll let you just make one investigation check.
Oh boy.
Holy long.
Although if somebody else is proficient at least in investigation, then I will allow a help action. Thomas is.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice.
you can roll you can roll it one more time in case you roll higher as well. Thomas will aid you.
Nope.
All right, 23 is what we will take. Not bad by any means. So Asura, you very carefully begin to make your way down this hallway, inspecting for things such as tripwires, perhaps these stones that are out of the ordinary, like kind of pressure plate type traps. And you don't notice anything in this like main hallway itself. But something about like this weird pit trap type thing that you're approaching does start to make you suspicious of it. The reason why it's suspicious is you don't see any signs that there was a floor there in the first place. Meaning that this isn't a trap that's been triggered. Because what would make sense to you would be some sort of mechanism that would cause the floor to fall out.
Fall away. Yeah.
To fall away and someone fall in, but it looks like that type of mechanism was never in place at all.
Oh, so it was built from the start to be like this.
Yeah. However, conveniently enough, there's enough of like a safe ledge on either side to like walk towards the end. But you also notice, looking at the end, that there's this
A door?
set. Yeah, there's a large door at the end.
Oh,
as well,
okay, I'm not stepping. Jesus Christ.
As well as like this large, like it looks like a metal slab with spikes sticking out from it. It seems like there is a trap there of some sort, and it has not been triggered.
Alright, so I'm gonna stand to the side. Can I like mage hand around?
Yeah.
Just gonna see if there's something. I don't really know where, but just around the.
Yeah, where do you want to like send it around?
Does the slab look like it hit both sides coming down?
The slab look like it hits. It actually looks like it's kind of somewhat in this alcove, like this depression in the floor, but like just above these wooden stakes that are set within. So it looks like it's designed to like push out maybe.
No, that's what
like,
I feel like it'll come down the hall.
Yeah, it looks like that might be exactly what it would do.
Alright, so what if I were to mage hand one of the spikes on the ground, just to see if like activating, like hitting it.
Oh, if like someone were to fall in, if that would activate the trap.
Yeah.
Okay, you set the mage hand down and it like pulls on one of the spikes and nothing happens.
The other thing I'm gonna try is right here, and either of the sides. Anything? That...
Oh fuck
Fucking
yeah!
being a shitter again. What's the last thing you heard me say? I've been having this problem all fucking week. Seth, what's the last thing you heard me say?
Oh, we lost Seth.
Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
I can
Oh,
hear you.
okay.
Yeah, Seth was just muted.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Came back in and kicked him out. That was fucked
Damn.
up.
Vanished.
My intro sound was too strong.
Banished him.
Sorry, my headset just killed itself. I've been able to like it only cut out from like what you were saying for a brief moment, but then my mic just wasn't working for a while.
I see.
All right. Please repeat what you were saying, because even though I could hear you, I wasn't paying attention because I was
'Cause you're-
scrambling to try and
Right,
like
right,
be
right.
able to talk. Okay.
The last two places, I'd put the hand, or maybe here,
Okay.
and either of the sides, just to see if I can't feel a pressure plate or something.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like any of that feeling around with the hand does anything.
Okay.
Although there is this door at the end. So with
Oh,
your investigation, there's the potential that whatever trap mechanism there is, the mechanism would trigger when
If
doing
I-
something to the door,
okay.
perhaps.
Is there a handle I could try turning with the mage hand?
Yes.
Let's tap that then.
There's this handle on the door. It's actually kind of like a double door type deal that the hand pulls on.
Mhm.
And I'll say that while the doors themselves are heavy, I feel like it wouldn't require that much force to swing them open.
Mhm.
It opens the door, and you do hear the sound of like some sort of like
Mechanism
cord
active.
or like
Yep.
like snapping. And after the snapping sound occurs, this torrent, like this wave of skulls from the previous room comes flooding into this hallway.
Whoa.
It seems they kind of just fall a bit and like end up filling up this whole thing, but originally they come in from the sides and start pouring down into this pit. It seems as if the skulls themselves could have potentially pushed people into the pit upon triggering this trap.
Oh, okay.
I really want to see
A
what you're
very,
looking
like,
at. I'm so
A very
curious.
strangely elaborate. You guys can like
You-
move up to where
you can walk up to where I am,
Asura
though.
is.
That's true.
If you want to.
Oh, I see.
I just want to have Jose like leading the way.
Wait,
Ooh.
I see something in my field of vision.
You do see something.
Oh,
and-
hold up.
Let's
nearby.
address one thing at a time.
Uh-oh.
So
Roll
it
for
looks like the
initiative.
trap has been triggered, and for now, like there might be like a few skulls or like bones just remaining off on the sides, but otherwise it looks like the trap's been triggered after the door has been opened,
Okay.
and nothing's really happening until a few moments pass, and some more grinding can be heard as this large plate with the spikes
Spikes
begins
on it.
moving, and you can look like the way that you realize this, because it's currently covered by all these bones and skulls, is there's just like this slow and like deliberate wave of skulls that like slowly moves down the hallway towards you, and you just like hear the crunching of bones
Ooh.
like right here.
Oh, so it resets?
And yeah, after that, the plate moves back and locks back into position. But because you rolled high on your investigation check, that first thing that you heard, the snapping, would indicate to you that this trap would need to be like
Manually
reset in order for it to trigger again. It will move
Okay.
back into its position, but like some sort of like hook or like tether or rope or something needs to be set up.
Okay, so the tripwire's been activated.
Yeah, the trap's
Okay,
been
okay.
deactivated because the trap's been activated.
Right.
It doesn't fully reset itself. Now, to address what you're currently talking about, you do see around the corner at like the very end, that final branching hallway, these red, like this red fabric, red cloak of some being, some person, suspiciously not like moving much at all. They seem like they're just standing in position. And after the sound of like the cascading bones and like this trap ceases, it becomes clear to your ears help me. Help me. Help me. Help me.
That's what the other two said.
You just keep
Oh, yeah.
hearing it. Not like you hear multiple voices overlapping at different moments, but all of them are saying the same thing. Only one thing: help me. Many voices coming from this branching hallway off to the left.
Be on your guard. We're not alone. If my weapon wasn't out already, I mean, it's probably in my hand, but you know, we'll keep it up.
Okay.
Can I like? Is there any indication that they know we're here already? I mean, besides the giant skull sound.
They're just standing there, not really doing anything. They're
Did
all
anyone
just
else see
saying,
them? Besides me?
I can't.
Yeah,
I
I'd
cannot.
say that any like Fogel, Roxana, I think like you guys could like, you probably wouldn't be just like chatting out loud with the prospect of like an enemy being nearby. So like
Yeah.
you guys might like take turns like pointing out this figure where you can.
Roxana. You see that?
This is coming from the hallway to the left.
The farthest
I'm
hallway.
peeing.
So yeah, you guys are moving down this hallway. There's this first hallway,
Okay, I see.
like this second one, and then the third one at the
I'll
end.
move
You can
forward
see.
1 inch. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I can see Thrall.
Apparently,
all
there's
indeed.
multiple. What's this? Actually, is this just a statue?
Yeah, you can actually see over there. There appears to be some stone statues. One is like a gargoyle type statues. Two are like large dogs, and then a serpent statue in this alcove.
Does it seem like this person is crying out because they notice us, or are they just like saying it?
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Let's say, because Osir was leading the way, maybe you were hearing something at a distance before you even reached the point where you could see them. Now that there's kind of like a clear like line of sight, you're kind of hearing the sounds being directed towards you better. You could hear something before you like could see them.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can make it out as those words, help me.
Okay, so they were probably just saying it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I kind of want to sneak up on them.
Me too.
All right.
But your stealth's higher
Oh,
than
this is a
mine.
return to our like old days. The Asura and Roxana stealth assassination.
Oh my god, freaking stealth annihilating everyone.
That's sick. All right, yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak up to like here-ish.
All right.
Should I roll stealth?
Yeah. Why
I
don't
was
you roll
just gonna
stealth?
ask.
Okay, that's low for me.
I love how that's low.
Oh
You-
boy.
Peer around and yeah, I'll let you. You can even move. I'll move your token further. Yeah, you can. We'll treat this as you like peeking around the corner.
Oh my god.
You see an entire. Are
an
you also trying to
artist.
sneak? Are you
Holy
also
shit.
trying to sneak up Asura?
Oh, wait, hang on. I just realized. I just forgot. Remember how this game works. I'm staying back
Oh,
here.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah,
I'm
I'll say
staying
that
back here.
like because Roxana's specifically trying to be stealthy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, Roxana, you look down this hallway. You see like two long rows
Oh lord.
of these like robed figures, kind of like they're again in the colors of the like the Demirs. So these seem like these are like agents or soldiers perhaps of the Demirs. You know that there's like a process for it, but different like people who are not Zalad, essentially, can acquire small contingents of, like, armed soldiers. This is kind of what they seem to be like. Although, it is strange to you, as it was, like, during your rest, when you were attacked by one of these, that they seem to be enthralled. Which, again, this might be Melucine's doing. Being able to carry so many thralls. But it's strange to you that she would enthrall these people when she could just, like, she probably could have gotten them as her own contingent of like henchmen, essentially.
Yeah, I imagine the scene where like Roxana's turning around to tell you guys how many enemies there are in this hallway, and she puts up a hand for 5, and then another hand for 10,
Another hand.
and then another hand for 15, and then a hand for actually it'd be 18, so an additional 3. So there are 18 enemies in this hallway, guys.
Are they all the same
That's a
enemy?
lot,
There's
guys.
actually
That's a
there's actually
lot.
19 if you include
Oh,
the
Are they
enemy
all the
at the
same?
end.
oh, I didn't see the final. Yeah. Crazy.
The one at the end of the hallway reminds you a lot more
Big guy.
of what you'd expect to have Roxana, or not Roxana, Melusine enthralling. So it's a large, giant-like creature. You know her to... A lot of her thralls tend to be, like, exotic, like, more monsters, as she liked... she would essentially show them off, walking around with them. Kind of like pets. Whereas you have Katya, who's a much more like practical and useful ghoul. She just liked to have pets, or she just kept pets with her. So the giant Oni at the end of the hallway would not surprise you, but all these other like seemingly Jalaran, so like humanoid beings, would surprise you.
So does it seem like that thing at the end of the hallway is a door? Because it's marked as a door on the map.
It's a door.
Oh, interesting.
It's a big metal door, and you do, as you get closer, it's a lot more off-putting as you keep hearing these like, "Help me, help me, help me, help me," occasionally from like this
Hey, yo.
Oni at the end of the hallway.
Hey,
It's
yo.
like deep,
That's,
thunderous voice.
Oh dear.
I think we should probably avoid this unless someone has an idea for like, I don't know, like a wall of fire or something, like something really creative.
I could wall of fire it, but like they're just gonna run past it. Wait, what's that? Can you see what's like over here?
No, it just cuts off.
You can see like probably another like 15-20 feet after where the map cuts off, there's like a another door at the end.
Okay, what if I put a wall of fire right here, and then we all leg it to the door?
Is the door even unlocked?
I have no
I
idea.
remember you. Okay.
I have no idea. Unless someone wants to sneak over and look, but I'm
We
not
can-
gonna sneak over without.
I mean, we could.
We can try.
Yeah. Maybe. Did you see what was in here?
Just the statues.
Okay.
Yeah, you walked by this room, Roxana, with the statues.
Can I investigate the statues in particular?
Sure. Why don't you? Yeah, why don't you give me a new investigation check here?
Okay.
As we're in like a different section of the hallway now.
Can I insp that?
I mean, yeah, if you want to, you could re-roll it. Oh, you can roll it again if Thomas is helping you.
Oh, okay, so just roll it again.
Yeah, just roll it one more time.
That's
Alright,
bad.
20. Well, at first you're like, oh, Roxana walked by it and nothing happened, and you're like, okay, it's probably safe to at least stay outside of this alcove.
Mm.
But something, you're like, your spidey senses kind of tingle as you're about to like step in front of this area.
Yep.
You're like peeking in, and you see that all these statues are just like facing straight ahead towards where somebody would pass this like little niche.
Oh, I see.
And Roxana passed by it just fine, but also those crystals earlier on, they didn't react to her.
Right.
So it dawns on you that maybe you're not sure, like with a 20, you're not quite sure what a trap like that would be, but you would know that there's definitely a potential if it's the type of thing that wouldn't react to Roxana, but would react to any like non-Jalaran.
If I were to guess, I don't know, probably shoots fire or something. I don't fucking know. Or spikes come out of their mouths. Hmm. Well, I mean, wait. I'm gonna use this thing because I never get to use it.
What are you using?
Where's it? Maybe it'll help me. Is it this one? This. Can I see anything fun in
Oh.
the statues?
Ooh.
Do I see any like hidden mechanisms in the statues?
This is very interesting. Let me just see through That's pretty cool. What's the range of 30 feet?
Yeah.
You look in, look down into like this room, this alcove, looking to see a mechanism. There's no conventional mechanism, nothing mechanical, but as you peer through the statues themselves, you go through a thin layer of stone, and looking at them just sitting there almost in like suspended, dormant, are actual creatures
Oh fuck! What?
within the stone itself.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Cool use of that ability. You see, within like this gargoyle shaped statue, you do see like this gray, scaly skinned, well, gargoyle. You see within these dog looking statues, there's like these black and red furred like canines. And within the snake, you can just see like coiled up are just like dozens of smaller snakes
Bloody
within like this
hellfire.
larger stone snake statue.
All right. I think the plan. Okay, Roxana, is there any way that you could sneak up to that door and find out if it's locked or not?
Yeah, I think she'll do that. The one beyond this spooky hallway.
Yeah, like over here somewhere. Because
Yeah.
if we can go through it, I could wall of fire both these hallways, and then we can leg it.
Yeah. Or you could have that as a backup at least if people fail like their saves or whatever. Or
Oh,
their,
yeah, true.
Because we might be able to get across like stealthily, but who knows? Yeah, I guess I'll try to make it across. Should I make another stealth check?
Unless you use something to obscure yourself, just like walking straight across this hallway, that would expose you to like the sights of anyone that's in this hallway here.
Wait, what if I? Oh, okay. Wait. What if I minor illusion a wall right here, like like the row that Roxana's in, to make it just look like there's a wall there, and then she just walks behind the illusion.
Minor illusion is like a small space, right? Like it might work for like individual like chunks of space. Maybe.
What if I? Oh,
Let me-
if
let me
if
look
it's
to see
only
if-
one block, can I just move it along with her and just have it? Like, it's just
What is
gonna
it
be
like
the
a?
wall.
Can you put
I'll put it
minor
in chat.
illusion in chat?
Yeah.
That'd be really funny.
Actually,
There's just a square that just moves along with her.
5-foot cube. God damn it.
Can you move it?
It doesn't say I can't.
Well, how
move
tall is
it.
Roxana?
Chicken crouch.
all right, minor illusion. Yeah, no larger than a 5-foot cube. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh God, how do I turn off the template?
Yeah, I don't think you can like move it or anything.
Damn it.
Because I know there's like spells that will specifically say that you can like move your illusion. But
What if I just cast it 5 times?
does it say you can have multiple?
Is it concentration?
It's no, it's not concentration.
Yeah, it says this illusion also ends if you dismiss it
Oh,
as an
cast
action
it
or
again.
cast a spell
Fuck!
again.
No.
Does anybody else have minor illusion?
No.
Or something
I do
slightly
not.
better than minor illusion, like who's got?
Invisibility.
You know what? You have a specific ally here that I
Oh,
think
yeah.
could benefit from this.
Yeah, we could just send Galette
would
through.
Osir, would you like? You'd probably like voice your concerns about like passing in front of this room to the party.
Yes.
Okay. With your assumption about like the whole Jalaran thing,
Mm-hmm.
Galethe walks in front and nothing happens.
Oh, I forgot she was here.
Galethe then
Phases
walks
through the
up
wall.
to Roxana and like tries to like actually she might need to stealth at this point. Although, wait, was it Osir's idea to like try to look at the end of the hallway?
Yes.
All right, she might not even need to make a stealth check here, as she
Can she just phase through
sinks.
the walls?
She just like sinks
Yeah.
into the floor, and then, you know, I'll make her move a little closer, and then reappears some distance afterwards.
I like this one.
You see her go to the door at the end. I might have her make like an investigation check, actually. If she likes seeing that you guys are all checking for traps. Alright, 15. You see her like reach up towards the doorknob. Or like the door handle. And you can see her kind of like fidgeting with it, and it doesn't seem to move. She then phases through the door. A few moments pass. She's gone, and you begin to become concerned. But she passes back through the door and phases through the floor again and like returns to you.
How'd it look down there?
I think it's the exit.
Were you able to open the door?
No, I could go through it, but I'm afraid it's locked.
All right,
You've done well, little one. Thank
Seth. I'm gonna reach into my bag,
you.
and I'm gonna
Lock-picking
take my,
Uh,
and I'm gonna take my chime of opening,
Oh, let's go.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
a
Loot
magical
goblin.
item that lets me target a locked door within 120 feet and ring it to open it.
Oh, is that gonna
Wait,
make a
you
loud
ring
noise
it's gonna
though?
make noise.
Well, I
Yeah.
will not ring it yet, but I will like hold it up and basically whisper in your ear, like, I can unlock the door if we need to.
Okay. Okay. This is getting tense.
It
for no
is.
reason.
All right. Yeah, it's nice to know that you have that tool in your back pocket, though.
Yeah, so we can
So-
plan against it next session.
I mean, Seth has access to my inventory. He also
the,
knows
we
that I've
can
been loot
plan
gobbling
against
since
it.
session 0.
Next session. Next
so-
session. This hallway's been blindness deafness. You can't use it.
You can't see
I
me.
mean, you
I'm
you saw
dead.
you saw
I'm
Roxana unlock a door earlier in the dungeon just using a thieves tools
Yeah,
I'm
check.
dead. I'm
Yeah.
dead. Plan against it next session. All the doors in the dungeon are locked.
Further charges, further
There's
charges.
mysteriously 11 more doors in
Yeah,
between you
can
and that
use it-
final door now.
Yeah, I can use it 10 times.
Someone casts silence on the hallway. You can't use your.
The whole dungeon is an anti-magic dungeon.
Yeah, it's a whole anti-magic area. Hey, that would create another issue for me with Songbird's
So-
contract and stuff.
Yeah, so are there
Basically-
any enemies down this hallway?
Yeah, so basically, I found that. Well, I don't know if it triggered because
Also,
both
like
still are.
I'll move Derek up so you can see like all the statues in there, right?
So behind the
Yeah.
statues, Derek, are actual creatures.
So like within like the stone of the statue, there's like only a thin layer of stone, and
Yeah, I
then
see, I see.
dormant
It's-
within them are actual.
Or actual creatures?
beings.
We don't
I
know what
see.
triggers them because
I
you know how
see.
in the earlier room, like the traps didn't work on Roxana.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
So I don't know if one of us walks by if it'll just start fucking triggering.
I mean, are we trying to get out? We're trying to save Galethe, so we
Huh?
Well,
need to fight
Galethe's
these.
fine.
Galethe's
Galethe,
fine.
sorry, Melusine.
I mean, save Melusine.
She's in here.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if she's here.
What?
I don't know
Well,
if she's here.
We don't know what's behind all this. Like we can see this. There's a room over here.
Is there a room over there? I haven't seen one.
I mean, it's
I would have seen it too because I could see through walls.
No, like we can see across this.
The one with like the
this path
trap.
here.
Oh,
There's like
that's
a
just
room that just has
full
a bunch of
skulls.
bones and skulls in it.
Yeah,
That's a room full
But-
of skulls.
but there still could be something over here. Regardless, if we want to leave, we can. We will have to still fight our way out unless we can.
Well, that's what we're
Maybe-
trying to not fight our way out. That's the thing. Because there's like
so-
19 enemies in here. One of them is
Roxana,
very
I
big.
will note that like the layout and position of all these people here looks like they're guarding something. Perhaps that
Yeah.
door at the end of the hallway.
That was kind of my thought process. It'd be very fascinating to go in there, but I don't know. It would come
Is
with
there
a
a door at the-
cost.
Is there a door at the end of this hallway?
Yeah,
Like right here?
there is.
Yes, there's a door at the end of the hallway.
Okay, so we can either leave, or we could just champion 24 enemies.
I mean, you fought one last night, and it was not very difficult to take down.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
True.
And what are our? Who has all our AOE spells?
Me maybe.
Elijah does have AoE spells for sure.
I have a good amount, not my full up. But
You're
Each
quiet.
creature in 10-foot radius.
oh,
I'm reading a spell right now.
my mic
You-
wasn't turned towards me.
Okay, I was just like, can you guys hear Chris?
Barely.
How about now?
So you sound like you're far away, TBH.
About now.
That's much better.
Okay.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Wait, remind me, What did you find out was the trigger for that trap?
We didn't.
Oh, you did not.
Didn't f-
Okay. It just
so Asura's just cautious because it does look like there's a potential of it being a trap, just one that does not react to
No,
Jalaran, similar to like that crystal trap.
do the thralls appear to be Jalaran?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Other than the Oni at the end.
Okay, interesting.
That Oni fucked us up last time we went one.
I know. Onis are scary. Yeah.
I don't know. You guys are a lot stronger now.
All I'm saying is, yeah, well,
I just know that we're like, if we face Melusine. Oh, maybe she's behind there. Fuck.
I know that's probably why all her thralls and shit are guarding it.
Yeah. Fuck. Maybe we should just fight.
Do you want to take that risk right now, or do you want to come back, leave it knowing we can come back?
I mean, I'm good in terms of like fighting condition, but how are you guys looking?
Okay, let's fight.
Okay.
I feel fine. I'm just
We've
a
been in
little
this hall
skittish
forever,
about
let's
seeing
fight.
Melusine again.
You nervous, but in what way, Fogel? Are you like fixing up your hair and stuff?
Maybe a little. Maybe.
Doing the tips of your index fingers together.
Can I smell it? Can I like? Can I
Well, okay, there, guy.
sense?
Like,
All right. So is
And
Roxana
sense
gonna
your
come back
spirit.
and like talk to the party like about the plans? Because I will say that you guys will need to be together to discuss, unless you want to just talk out loud at a distance.
Hey, come over here.
well, I mean, Roxana can walk
Hey,
back.
Hey, we
Guys
got
over
we
here.
got like 20 enemies in this
I
hallway.
think we're gonna sneak
Hey,
attack them.
it's me,
Guys,
Roxana.
ready?
Remember me?
Yeah, real quick. I'm just gonna do my own little inspection of this little trappy shrine over here.
All right. So make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Whoa.
I've seen this
So,
demon before.
With the natural 20. Actually, you've seen similar traps used.
Oh.
In like certain areas and like wings of like palaces in Rostohor, where it was meant to only allow for essentially like people with access. So usually that would mean like nobility, like the Asari, or children of Asari, such as yourself. And it's essentially like statues that carry like dormant, like actual, like essentially guard creatures in there that will animate and attack if a certain if someone who's not permitted like passes their threshold.
Okay, so it's not even necessarily just like Jalaran.
So
it's like...
it does have a magical trigger, and with like the line of sights of like all of these statues, you would figure that they would trigger upon, like, essentially if the creature would have been able to see someone passing through. Like they're overlooking like these direct lines of sight. So like so essentially like, oh, this line, and this line. They're like, if anyone not permitted past that point were to like step into any of these here, I guess I'll just draw a template. Like were to step in to like any of these squares over here, then the trap would trigger.
No one's got any illusion spells, huh?
Nope.
I really wanted to try to bait the Oni into this trap, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Okay, and Asura didn't trigger it when he walked by before?
No, so Jose was saying that he didn't actually
I did
like.
not mean to. I retcon that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you had specifically like stealthed up, so I asked Jose if he was stealthing, like making a stealth check to get up there,
Oh,
and he's
gotcha.
like, "You don't, never mind."
Okay, okay.
Not,
I didn't care about Jose seeing what was up there because Roxana was already up there at that point.
Yeah, so I'll describe everything to the party and I'll be like, I think it's either fight or move quickly to the end of the hall, to that door. I think if we fight these enemies down this hall, slay this Oni that guards the door, we might be able to eliminate Melusine on the other side, if my suspicions are correct. But it won't be without its costs.
If we decide to run, I'll have to ring this bell for us to open the door.
Galate says that the exit is the door at the end of the hall. I could potentially block off these 2 hallways if needed.
Roxana.
That's smart, actually.
And I guess everybody, you turn back towards the direction that you guys came from earlier in the dungeon as a voice appears from the back of your group.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hell,
Okay.
A voice that's familiar enough to all of you.
Okay.
Oh,
And it's coming directly from Thomas.
oh.
Oh, Songbird.
No like weird extra
body
body
dysmorphia
parts.
this time?
Like just it seems as if the voice is coming directly from Thomas himself. Before we move any further,
Oh.
there are certain things that I want to address. I sense at the moment that we've all been anticipating is coming up soon. And I just want to set some things straight. I have been thinking, and it should come as no surprise at this point, that there's only one more vampire that needs to be dealt with to open the doors to Rastohur. Don't play me for a fool. I surmise that some of you have at least thought of finding a way to kill me. To fill this prerequisite. And trust me, I don't blame you for it. If I were in your shoes, I would have done the same. But I would like you to at least listen to what I have to say. I came to you. I could have stayed holed up in my bastion of Atralosk, where I would have been much safer from all of you. And remember, my contract forbids me from speaking in lies to you. This is because I have seen your potential, and I have faith that you can accomplish that which I am seeking. I could have left you at any time and hid away. Just remember that my goals are simple. I just want to leave this place, Thalis Ashana. I am tired of everything. The games, the decay of this place. And there is another aspect to this request that I think would only be beneficial to you to discuss after we've dealt with your father, Roxana. In case you haven't noticed, I simply hide away in this boy for most of the time. Rarely offering up my help. Why are you laughing, Tyler?
Out
You
of
freaker.
context, that's a wild sentence.
Let's try and not think about it.
I
but we just had
know,
to
I
go there.
know. I couldn't help myself.
I, if
Little boy.
you do aim to defeat and face down your father, I promise that I will aid you in defeating him.
Oh damn, you can't lie either.
But only if you promise to hear my secondary request after he is already defeated.
I mean, it's not bad. He didn't say agree to the second request. He said listen to it. Right?
True.
He did say listen.
So I
That
don't
was a
think
good
it's-
catch.
And also, just because he can't lie doesn't mean we can.
Wait, I can't remember how our contract works. Can't we? Can't we?
It's part of the contract was that he would like answer any questions that you have and like
Truthfully.
only answer them truthfully or
Right.
like speak to you truthfully.
And he also can't harm Thomas. That's
Can't
another
harm
part of it.
Thomas.
I mean, fuck, he's kind of strong, bro. I mean, I would say no to his help.
Of
Take
course,
him
this
down.
is
Daddy dearest.
contingent upon what the lady thinks. It is your father, after all. You can or could disagree or force me to tell you about my secondary request now.
I'll hear it.
But-
What other cards do you have in your hand? You might as well play them all now.
It isn't about what cards I have in my hands, but rather what cards your group has in theirs.
Then why does it sound like you're begging for your life?
Because that is exactly what I'm doing. My life. I'm not alive right now. In case you haven't noticed. I'm an undead abomination. And I have been this way for quite some time, many of your lifetimes. I was here at the beginning, Roxana. And I don't want to be this way any longer. After seeing what he, gesturing to Elijah, was able to do, who he was able to bring back from Nothing. My request is that I be put into a living body. That's why I said it wouldn't benefit you that much to know now, as I offer to help you face down your father while I'm in more of a capable fighting state. I do not know what being returned to life would do for me. How much of my capabilities would be diminished. I do not fear death, because I am already dead. But I was hoping to at least extract some modicum of sympathy from those of you who are alive. I want to live a normal life. I want to be rid of this curse that has tainted my blood. I just want a chance to live. And I fear staying in this undead, undying form far more than I do being severed from undeath in a more lethal sense.
Sympathy is something reserved for the victors, Songbird. If my memory serves, the first time you met us was quite a hostile encounter. And if my memory serves, it was one where you were plotting against us. As far as I see it, and she'll sort of look around to her allies, there hasn't been a single enemy thus far that we've failed to defeat. And before I personally would consider finding new sympathy for you, I would need to find more use in you. So first things first, you're going to tell me exactly what that sarcophagus was in that room we just came from. I know you must know things about Zalad that you haven't shared. So out with it.
First, I must say that you misunderstand. That first unpleasant encounter at the playhouse. Do not forget that my own men were fighting alongside you. I was simply escaping. Those assassins of the Drovir, they weren't my doing. They were following you. But I will answer your question. The sarcophagus in the other room did belong to your Emperor Supreme. From a time long ago, before the existence of this Stella Umbra that we have today, to protect not your people, but his. from the searing light of the sun. This place was constructed underground for that exact reason.
Are you telling me that he is not Jalaran?
I'm telling you he's not. Or rather, I will tell you that the Jalaran are something else. A bit of a failed experiment, if you will. I'm sure most of your history has been long forgotten, but I do not forget. The Jalaran, at least your distant ancestors, were simply vampires. That which your people consider bestial creatures. Which, of course, is propaganda that has been circulated over centuries and millennia. Vampires congregated within Thalassashana under the promise of Zalad to rid them of their blood curse. And in a way, he did exactly that. Not without ensuring that his claws could still be dug into each and every one of you.
He then is the beast which speaks to us.
Beast. I know not of what you speak.
Never mind.
The beast that's... I don't know what he's talking... What you're talking about either. What?
Roxana's talking about the thing that
The multiple
speaks
visions
to
I've
her
had.
in her dreams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The thing in the reflective pool.
But she'll backtrack and she'll be like, what do you think is his ultimate purpose in all of this? Is it to harvest us, harvest something from us, even amidst the impending destruction of his very plane that he created?
I think that perhaps you are thinking about this the wrong way. Perhaps he is doing it out of self-preservation. We are no longer attached to any world here. It must require great power and energy to maintain this place. I think he's losing his grip on that. So instead, to save himself, he is simply recalling all of that which so rightfully belongs to him. Why else would he lock himself in Rostohur, preventing the only beings powerful enough to potentially usurp him? setting them as the keystones to unlock its doors. It is no mistake as to why the ancient vampires such as myself are those keystones.
Everything from the moot to the covenant to this very plane. It's all a ruse for your kind to game us. So why should I possess anything akin to sympathy for you?
Because the Jalaran aren't the only ones who Zalad betrayed. I wanted to be rid of this disgusting flesh. There were 6 of us in the beginning. 6 of us who held this dream of ridding ourselves of our curse. I wasn't always known as Songbird, I was Tenthet.
Oh, that's new.
That's a new one. New nugget.
Nothing but a pauper who was tricked into meeting a man who only wished to feast on me. I escaped, and with what prize? That I couldn't step into the sunlight anymore. So I found my way south, where the days were shorter and the snowstorms would obscure the sun, so that I could stay out of hiding. I eventually found myself almost starved to death, for I refused to feast on my fellows.
And that's when you found it in the ice across
That's
the
when Zalad
trackless
found
plateau.
me. Zalad found me nearly dead in a cave. He showed me another way that I could sustain myself without needing to feast on the lives of others. And that's how I eventually assumed my current form. I only feed on thoughts. Not impairingly so, but enough to sustain myself. But it is interesting how you know of the thing that Zalad encountered in the snow. For that was the key to unlocking our plan. Again, 6 of us there were. Tenthet the Pauper, Zalad the Visionary,
Pen's coming out.
Odrakthir the Wandering Warrior, Kathana the High Priestess,
Oh, what?
Dratho the Beloved Twin, and So Gary the Commanding Twin.
Was Kathana the
met-
one we just slayed?
You could ask him that.
And Kathana just perished today. Who was that in the room?
That was her, yes.
Okay. So the twist.
Draitho and Sogari were dealt with before you met me.
Okay, yeah, this adds up. Okay, that's fascinating.
We've just been killing all his friends.
Yeah, but it's interesting to know that their original names. I've seen it all through the blood. Through the blood I saw visions of the ice, of this deal you made in the dark with Zalad, of the creature he encountered.
Creature, no. It was a brilliant star that fell from the skies. The Draconics would call it the divine object. A source of divine energy that was responsible for the creation of all of dragonkind. We possessed the stone, but had no means or knowledge to make use of it. But when the dragons eventually came and wanted to retrieve the object, a deal was struck in exchange for it. The dragons would agree to 3 terms, 3 uses of it. First, the creation of the Stella Umbra. The divine object was used to separate your allies, Adrox's source, from her body, which is being used to propagate the illusion. Second, its power would be used to remove the vampiric curse from the people of Thalos Hashana. And third, a shard of the object would be given to the 6 to maintain Thalos Hashana, to ensure that Adrox's radiance stay anchored to the domain. But Zalad had different plans. Using this shard, which has the ability to anchor anything to anywhere. He anchored the 6 of us to our vampirism, preventing us from becoming Jalaran.
That's fucked.
Anchored all of the 6 but himself outside of Rostuhur, preventing our entry. And this third bit is just theory on my part, but I believe that he anchored the Jalaran to himself, ensuring that he would be able to control them or consume them if needed.
Learning all this with this freaking music in the background goes so hard.
It hits so hard.
It's right out of Infamous, dude. Like,
this is so tough. Because Roxana loves like the information, but there's no way in hell that she's sparing him to face her father first. It's so tempting though.
he's provided lots of good shit.
He has, yeah. What kind of a leader is Zalad? Do you hate him for what he did to you? Or is there a part of you that admires him?
Whoa, that's a hard question.
I was never as much of a visionary as the rest of the six. I came from nothing. I have never, or had never, received anything I had ever wanted. Now I have power, wealth, information, these contracts. But yet again, I have been barred from the one true thing I want and need. I do hate him. Part of me believes that you admire him to some extent, being able to exert this much control over anything and everything. I believe he is pitiable. I don't think he ever wanted to be rid of his vampirism. I believe that he only ever wanted to be more powerful than anybody else. The vampires, well, not quite as powerful as he and as ancient as he, could more easily take him down if it came to it. Diminishing your people to a weaker form and gaining some modicum of control over them is all he desires. He doesn't care if he gets to lead, he just cares if he can be in control. Knowing that he can snuff out an entire race's existence with short work. Perhaps I can speak your language a bit further, Roxana. Well, I do believe that you, and especially your group, has the ability to fulfill my request to allow me to leave Thalas Hashana. I'm not sure that's your intent. Specifically your intent, Roxana. But I do know that you want access to Rostohor, and that you wish to use your allies and forces to bring it to its knees. I can offer you additional assistance in that. After all, I do have Atralosk under my thumb. The entire city is allied under me. And let me leave you with this before I wish to hear your answer. Do you believe that your father has your best interest in mind? After all, why play this game? The moot. Why would he set you and your siblings at each other's throats?
It's a test for me to succeed.
A test? For you?
Yes, for me. And I will succeed. Fool. Even have to cut these 5 ancient anchors that keep me to this place, you being one of them.
I must remind you that unless you have some rather intricate trick up your sleeve, that is currently impossible, as per our contract. So perhaps I am not speaking to the lady after all. Perhaps I am speaking to the rest of you. I see that she is your ally, but you have seen what this domain is about, what it offers. It is a land of darkness, of hedonistic schemers. From what you've heard about Roxana's father, would you rather have him as an ally, and I use that term incredibly lightly, or me?
Honestly.
After all,
Oh shit. Here it comes. I know it's coming.
You did slaughter one of your companions'
Yeah.
entire family.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Here we go.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Is this the woman that you want as your ally?
Damn, he went for it, huh?
You went for the throat.
Yeah,
You
she turns towards oh my god, what's your character's name? Jan. And like pieces
She doesn't even know his name.
pieces
Oh
I think pieces start to come together in her mind, like why you're acting so suspicious with Katya. Oh, the music's hitting too.
I know.
Go,
Go.
Charge him, Jan! Charge! Now's your time!
Do you really think that she has all of your interests at mind, or do you think that she's too ingrained in this society, in its ways? After all, she's not even a vampire, and I know how she has feasted on those. I have been a vampire for thousands of years and have never killed a single soul.
He's got you there.
That is because you are a worm that is subsisting on its own filth. Was I not the one that brought you all here safely and made you all victorious over this realm when you could have been stranded survivors? Living off of
I love
scraps.
how she feels the need to defend herself right now.
Oh yeah. No, she's feeling the heat. Well, I mean, she never would expect someone from that village to be here. Like that is an insane revelation to her.
Yeah.
I have seen this one's Thomas's memories. And if I were to recall, wasn't it your allies, your companions, that kept you safe while you were out of order for weeks? You couldn't even save yourself in your own home.
Enemies. All of you are my enemies. She starts to back up and she starts to take out her rapier.
we go.
Oh shit. She tweaking.
I would say that
She's tweaking.
definitely like Galethe is also like definitely nervous and unsure, and she's like backing up with you.
You had an assassin in my midst this entire time. A man focused on killing me for revenge. And how many of you knew exactly what he was here for? Coming to this plane for some fanciful reason.
How is Jan acting?
Yeah, she's locking eyes with Jan.
I guess he's sort of stiffening up a bit, and I think he's eyeing some of the group members because he's still not really sure. Like he didn't really expect it to happen this early. Like he's still
This is
only
crazy.
told the group members.
Yeah,
like,
definitely a bit of a dick move on Songbird's part.
It makes so much sense though. Like he's
Yeah.
cornered.
I don't think any of us knew, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you
Jan-
actually
Jan
weren't
told you
there
guys.
for like this session, Ryan. But yeah, Jan told everybody except Roxana, because Roxana was up in the hanged heap,
Yep.
like with all of her half siblings fighting Sagari.
So the fact that like all of you had reactions like you've heard this before, like that's why she's like, oh, you're all conspiring.
Yeah, they're plotting.
Yeah. I want to know what Jan's reaction is in this moment too.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like he's like eyeing the other group members to see like what they do, and ooh, I don't know what does he say. I mean,
Roxana,
Yon,
put down your
I will
rapier.
say this, Jimmy. Remember that Yon cannot kill Roxana yet
oh, that's true.
until Songbird is able to get out of Thalas Ashana. However,
You guys could.
however,
Alright. Alright then. Goodness me.
do not worry, Roxana. I do hold a contract preventing this man from exacting his vengeance on you until I have
That's
my
crazy. I didn't know that either.
request
Holy shit.
fulfilled.
Roxana, put the rapier down.
But perhaps we can reach a new accord. You have something very precious to him, Roxana. Or I should say, someone precious to him.
If you think for one moment that I would give up my own servant that I made with my blood,
Servant.
you are mistaken. And if you
Slave.
think for one moment that I would ever atone for what I did and what I went through, you are mistaken.
Do you know why, Jan? Do you know why Roxana slaughtered your village? I am a master at procuring information. I had spies everywhere.
She's a monster. That's why. Just did it for
Yeah.
her own enjoyment.
I
Isn't that
think...
right?
I think the answer will disturb you far more than that. Simply to defy Daddy.
Yeah, that's even worse than I thought. It was. She's having a teenage tantrum and she takes out dozens of lives.
Basically, yeah.
I think some of you doubted me before, but I think you should see now who your companion really is.
You act as if my actions were all for nothing. All of you can see what we've built to get here. The corpses we've piled on our way, on this bloody path to victory. None of you are clean. We all have killed in this endeavor. The bodies on my hands are not different, not in any way. So if you all intend to betray me now at this pivotal step, let's get this over with quickly.
Could you... Astra's so done right now.
In what
Roxana.
way? What do you mean? What?
Roxana, for God's sake, put the damn rapier down.
What, so you can strike me from behind when I'm not looking?
So we can move on. You're throwing... You are literally throwing right now. Do you realize that? You see what your mind is doing to you. Stop being so damn paranoid. We wouldn't have come this far if we planned to betray you at the very end. There's a mission to complete. I don't give a damn about you or his personal squabbles. We've made it this far. I refuse to quit at the end. Now put your head back in its proper spot. This is not the time.
How's everyone else looking in this moment? Like, what is like Derek's reaction?
Was Derek in the room when Jan told everyone?
Yes, Derek
I
was,
was
in the
not
room.
there. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody but Roxana was there.
I would say Derek is getting pretty fed up with this as well, and sort of is on Asura's side of this.
Okay. I think she sheathes her rapier for now.
Sorry to wrench that cat from its sack. But I thought it needed to be said out loud. Only because I have stakes in this. I want to be free. And I was just trying to posit the question of whether it would be more reasonable to find an ally in me, or to find an ally in the man who saw to it that all of his descendants are destroyed. Her father is not an ally.
Make no mistake, Songbird. Her father will die either way. Whether or not you were involved is a different matter entirely. Now get back in your box. Had about enough of you today.
So I take it that the response to my request is a no.
It's not a no. It's an I'm too angry to think about it right now. I'll get back to you. We will get back to you.
Look at the level head on this one. Thomas smiles and then shakes his head confusedly as to like what really just went on.
I suppose
think-
you now have reason as much as I to see Songbird dead, Jan, so we can settle whatever it is between us.
Yes,
Honestly, that's fair.
we can put this aside for now.
I am listening, you know.
Shut up! Who asked you?
When the time comes, then we can settle this. And we'll settle this.
I didn't imagine that you were such a schemer, Jan. You seemed far too honest to me, but perhaps that was my mistake. You are a hunter, after all.
and I could see or you're exactly the kind of bloodthirsty killer I expected you to be. Doesn't surprise me that you've undertaken this mission to have some kind of fuel for your murderous motivations.
Even if you live in some remote mountain village, Jan, you can't escape it. There are those in this world with power and those without. And wouldn't you prefer someone like me to give you assurances? If I were to become queen of this place, empress,
Well, I think you've proven yourself to be quite untrustworthy. After I kill you, I can go back to my life of solitude. I have no need for protection or any kind of political bonuses. This is my one true desire.
if you kill me, all of their deaths will have been for nothing.
Well, weren't they already for nothing?
No. You might say that by killing them, I gave them meaning.
Were their lives alone not meaning? Well, they weren't relevant if they weren't part of your story?
They were made greater for being a part of it. As you have, Jan. Did you not come to this place for me?
But
If you can put this petty thing behind us, you have a lot of strength to you. I know you will be useful when all things are said and done. Don't let such a petty trifle drive a wedge between us.
I don't think for a second I can trust the forked tongue between your teeth.
You'll come around, I think.
Literally murders his entire village. Oh, don't let something that petty get in between us, bro. That's why I was laughing.
Well, with this tense moment, or this tense encounter, ending in somewhat of a stalemate that left everyone probably a little more unsure than they even were at the beginning of it. Roxana, you learned a valuable piece of information from Songbird and Jan. Jan aims to kill you. The party seems to know about that, but most importantly, Jan can't kill you. Not yet anyways. But there's nothing in your contract preventing you from killing him.
Oh, she knows.
And with that little bit of poison, that's where we're gonna leave off the session. Not where I was expecting this to go, but holy
Drama.
shit, that
That was a